Hey everyone, Michelle here and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another tag video. As you can probably tell from the title, the ears and the Funko Pops, today's video is the Disney book tag video. Now the original creator for this tag is Katie Tastic. I will link her video down below, but I got the inspiration for this to do this tag from my best friend's channel, Sophie Elaine Reads. So I will link her video down below as well. She hasn't posted in a couple of years, but her videos on there are still pretty good, so go give her a watch. Some of the questions and some of the books that I've linked, you may think I'm crazy, but I have my reasons. So I'm not going to waffle, although I am waffling like normal. So let's just get into the tags. So before I start, I just do want to say again, like last week's video, my questions are down there. So if you see me going like that or looking down as I'm talking, it's because I've forgotten the question or the prompt that question links to. So please excuse me. The first prompt is connected to Little Mermaid, and that is a character who is out of their depth or a fish out of water. Now the first book that leaped to my mind for this is just the book that I finished a couple of days ago, so I'm not surprised. And that is Sheetal from Star Daughter by Shweta Thakrar. Known all her life that her mother was a star and her father is a human, making her half star, half mortal. When Sheetal accidentally hurts her father and realises that the only way to cure him is to get the blood of a full blood star, she goes up to the heavens to see her family, and when she's there she realises she's been called for a totally different reason. Now you may be wondering, Michelle, how can she be a fish out of water if she knows she's half star? Well, because when Sheetal goes up there, she realises how much she does not know about her family and about her powers, and she feels like the odd one out at times. So because it was the last book I read, obviously it was the first book that came to my mind. So, a fish out of water, Sheetal. Prompt number 2 connects to Cinderella, and that prompt is a character who goes through a major transformation. The first character that popped into my head was Soraya from Girl Serpent Thorn by Melissa Bashadu. Oh, she goes through a transformation. She starts this book hating her curse, doesn't see it as a power, doesn't see how she can control it, doesn't see how it's a good thing. She wants to get rid of this power. And spoilers, it's that she's poisonous. Anything she touches living dies. So she makes a friend, and this friend helps her find a way of getting rid of the poison. But by doing that, she releases the big bad enemy. And she kind of goes through this book realising that maybe her powers could have helped her. And spoilers, in the end they do. She embraces who she is, she embraces her powers. She transforms literally into something else to beat this bad guy. I loved it. I love this book. I don't think I'd give that book that higher rating. I think it was 3.5 stars. So it wasn't bad, there were just some elements that I would have liked better. But yeah, so a character that goes through a major transformation, Soraya. Number 3 is connected to Snow White, and that prompt is a book with an eclectic cast of characters. So we could go down, by obviously diversity, could go down the skin tone route. I didn't. Now a lot of people are probably like, well, Michelle, that's what this question means. I felt I couldn't. Majority of the books I read are not diverse, the characters are all white, and the books that do have diverse characters in there, I don't think personally I can say this is diverse, because that book isn't for me. I'm not the character, so I didn't want to go down the skin tone route. Instead, I went down the route of how many different characters there are, and for that reason I picked Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas, The House of Earth and Blood. If you've read this book, you will know there is a diverse list of characters in this book. You have wolves, you have vampires, you have elves, there are witches if I remember correctly, there's ghosts, there's humans, there's a vast array of characters. And I normally hate that because I'm like, I just can't remember who anyone is. I love this book. I didn't like Akata. Well, no, I liked Akata. I just didn't like it enough to carry on after the second book, which surprised a lot of people because I know a lot of people love the second book more than the first, but I was the other way around. But anyway, so yeah, when I got this book, I was like expecting to not like it, but I did. So yeah, a book with an eclectic cast of characters. Crescent City. So prompt number 4 is connected to Sleeping Beauty, and that is a book that put you to sleep. To Tell You the Truth by Gilly Macmillan. I gave this book 1.5 stars. I just didn't like it. I didn't want to read it. It didn't make me sleepy, but it made me not want to read it, and I have to say I forced myself to because it was part of a reading challenge. But yeah, a book that put me to sleep. Prompt number 5 connects to The Lion King, and that is a character who had something traumatic happen to them in their childhood. Now for this, I picked one of my most anticipated books of the year, and I loved it. Bree from Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. When Bree is 16, her mother dies in a car accident, and throughout this book, which is set only 3 months after this traumatic experience, you see Bree trying to deal with her grief and her mental health which comes with that. And I love the fact that Tracy ran with it. This book wasn't just about her grief, but her grief wasn't just one page and then 20 chapters later it's mentioned again. It's mentioned throughout, but it's not the main focus, but it's a thing that kind of helps Bree find out things, which I loved. But yeah, a character that had something traumatic happen to them in childhood. Bree. So prompt number 6 connects to Beauty and the Beast, and that prompt is a beast of a book that you are intimidated by. The book I have chosen isn't by no means the largest book on my shelf, but when I got that book I was like, how the heck am I gonna read that? And that is Angel Mage by Garth Nix. This book is 533 pages if I remember, but it's a thick-un. Compared to Crescent City, it's not a thick-un, but I hadn't read Crescent City when I got this book, so this book was like a huh? Yeah, quite surprisingly, I found it more of an easy read than I did, and when I was reading it I didn't realise how much I'd read. So yeah, a beast of a book that I was intimidated by. Angel Mage. Prompt number 7 connects to Aladdin, and that prompt is a character who gets their wish granted for better or worse. For this I picked Daniela from A Wicked Magic by Sasha Lawrence. If you've read this book you will realise and remember hopefully that Daniela's wish went horribly wrong and it got her into the mess that her and her friends are in at the moment. So yes, I'm not going to say any more because while I didn't enjoy this book as much as I hoped, it was a good book and I don't want to spoil it for anyone who may be wanting to read it. But yes, Danielle gets her wish granted, but for the worse. Prompt number 8 is connected to one of my favourite Disney movies of all time, which is Mulan, the original with a musical, not the new one because I don't want to see that one. But yeah, this prompt is, as you can probably guess, a character who pretends to be someone or something they are not. I am cheating with this one because it's the whole story. And it's 2 characters, and that is Imogen Lovelace and Jessica Stone from The Princess and the Fangirl by Ashley Poston. The whole plot is about these 2 characters swapping places to find out the truth. So yes, I may be cheating, but technically they are. And I'll be honest, this was obviously the first book that came to my mind when I read this prompt. But with everyone else, it was kind of like, are they really pretending to be someone they're not or something they're not? Not as much as these 2. So yeah, so for this week, technically 2 characters who change who they are. Imogen Lovelace and Jessica Stone. Prompt number 9 connects to Toy Story, the childhood movie of everyone, and that is a book with characters you wish would come to life. Stalking Jack the Ripper series by Kerry Maniscalco. Now, it's not every character. Going by the first 3, I literally just want Thomas, Audrey Rose's uncle, Thomas's aunt, I can't remember her name right now, but going by the 4th one, I want Audrey Rose's grandma, because that grandma, even though she's not in the book that much, is badass. If Kerry somehow manages to watch this video, I know you don't want to carry on with Audrey Rose and Thomas, but can I know more about her grandma? Because her grandma kicks ass in just like 1 letter. So yeah, the characters I would like to know in real life. Stalking Jack the Ripper series. Prompt number 10 is for Disney Descendants, a series of films I quite enjoyed. And that is your favourite villain or morally ambiguous character. I'm not talking about Casimir or Cassius's dad in this one. I am talking about the Stormlord from Rage by Cora Carmack. Now, he is one of the big bads. He's not the main one, but he's one of the main big bads. But if I'm reading this book correctly, we're finding out how he became who he was. Now, he didn't hurt Rora. He wanted to help her. And if the chapters I'm thinking of are connected to him, I can see why he's a bit mad at a certain family. Not gonna lie. So yeah, he's not my favourite villain. He's not. That's always going to be Zeus from the Percy Jackson series. I love a bad boy. But he's up there. And that was the Disney book tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you thought I may have interpreted some of the prompts incorrectly, or some of the books, let me know. Let me know what books you would have chosen, and if you've done this video, link your video down below. I'd love to give it a watch. Until next Sunday, bye guys.